Hey guys, it's Liv, and we're here today with our, albeit one day late, SPL Week 3, where we're taking on Joey Pokeaim. If you guys enjoy, of course, like and subscribe for more draft content like this, and let me break down the team real quick. But first, I do want to apologize for this vid being late. I meant to edit the team builder for this morning, but obviously, unfortunately it didn't happen. My monitor kind of ended up offing itself last night, and well, last night I should say Saturday night at like 9 o'clock. And yeah, so I had to literally go out and get a new one, set it up. By the time I got it set up, it was like 5 o'clock, and I took a nap. So yeah, we're recording this at like 1 o'clock on Monday, and the vid will be going up this afternoon. So sorry about that. But Joey's team has a few very terrifying threats. The big ones that really stick out to me are the top 4 of Latios, Terrakion, Tinkaton, and Volcanion. Absolutely terrifying first 4 picks, especially because similar to Swave's team, the Volcanion is a really decent wall for my Raikou. If anything, it's actually a lot better of one though, because with the water fire typing, it is also going to be a pretty big menace against things like, for example, any sort of weather ball, because it's a fire type that's going to still be neutral to that. While also making sure that, obviously, the team is still really prepped into things like refrigerate sets. Not only this, but the Hydreigon is a pretty decent offensive threat here. The Donphan is a huge threat, defensively speaking. And because of the fact that it is Desolate Land Donphan, I do need to be careful. Though on the flip side, if Fluffy comes, then a lot of my Pokemon offensively are not going to be dealing as much damage. I do want to mention that we did make some free agents for abilities this week, and next week we actually dropped like half the Pokemon in general. I'll go more in depth on any free agents in the week 4 vid because of how much ended up changing. And I'll probably actually tack on a quick team recap, or I might even just do a whole like midway draft analysis video up for like Friday. Jury's out on how I'll handle it, but obviously we have a lot of team changes. First up though, we are bringing none other than Raikou this week, which should be a pretty decent offensive threat. Now with this Raikou in particular, this is going to be more of a Life Orb set with Terra Blast Refrigerate for the first week actually. Because of the fact that the Donphan is Desolate Land, I didn't really want to have to worry about a weather war going on, so Desolate Land with Terra Blast Ice is really good into not only Donphan, but it's also a great way to deal some strong damage into things like Hydreigon and Latios. With Thunderbolt and Volt Switch, we're going to get some pretty decent momentum going. Scald is mostly here just kind of as an extra coverage move. It's better than Refrigerate or the electric type moves into Volcanion at bare minimum. And honestly, Scald is just a great move to click overall. We can get a lot of burns into Joey's physical threats like Terrakion, for example, or Tinkaton, and we could be kind of set. That said though, I'm expecting it to click Scald basically never, but it could in theory have some options that it would work with. I just think that we're probably clicking an electric move 9 times out of 10 here. Now up next is Lumine, our Latios, which is going to be a pretty decent weakness policy set this week. We're breaking out the Hadron Engine, which is one of the new abilities that we actually ended up throwing onto Latios, and it should be a pretty decent option overall. With Draco Meteor, this is going to be a fantastic option to revenge off Joey's Latios, as well as the fact that it's a great way to pick off Hydreigon as well. With the Agility plus Reflect, this is going to be able to set up on Tinkaton hopefully, and then just start taking advantage of it, especially if Joey is Earth Eater. Because while Regenerator is really annoying, I am expecting the Tinkaton to be bringing, or actually it's Levitate, but still the ground immunity ability I should say. I'm fully expecting Joey to be having that this week, as I'd be really shocked actually if he didn't. It's really decent in my team overall, and obviously with the Tinkaton being a good switch into Tusk that way, this Latios, if we get enough chip on it, could be pretty terrifying into it. Overall though, the Tinkaton cannot avoid proccing my weakness policy thankfully, unless it's like a Sword Stance set, which if it is, then that's fine, at least I know, and that makes it a lot easier to play around overall with other options on the team. But yeah, overall though, the Latios should be a decent revenge killer. I'm hoping that we can get at least a KO or 2 with it. I feel very confident, thanks to the Hadron Energy especially. That'll make the combination of Draco plus T-Bolt very powerful into Joey's team, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, I mentioned in the draft analysis, but we are bringing Beep Beep for the Joey game, as I really do need to assert dominance with my low-tier bug. Now, I'm hoping that Joey can respect this matchup enough and bring Kricketune, because if yes, it's going to be a battle of the bugs. Otherwise, though, then, I don't know, I guess I hate Joey or something? I don't know, I'm kidding, I love Joey, Joey's cool. But with the CHARJABUG, we're going to be going with a Choice Band Quick Draw set. Now, for everyone who's mentioned that, just throw Prankster Sticky Webs on, we have Sticky Web with Quick Draw, and it will proc if we need to. And if we don't need to, it won't proc, but that's fine. What will happen, though, is that Quick Draw CHARJABUG is going to claim a kill. Or at the very bare minimum, it's going to weaken enough of Joey's Pokemon to where something else can win the match. With Choice Band, Lunge, and Spark, this hits Joey's team shockingly well, actually. Joey's electric checks are not really going to like taking on a Lunge besides Volcanion and Donphan. But for example, the Latios is a resist. It's going to not like taking a super effective lunge. The Hydreigon's a resist, super effective lunge. Victory Bell is going to be electric resist. as well as Ogerpon. With Ogerpon, it's super effective, and Victory Bell, it's still a neutral attack. And CHARJABUG's physical attack stat, I mean, it's not the best, but at the same time, though, I mean, with a Choice Band and Base 82, plus these both being stab, it's not going to hit light either. And if we can get up a Hydron Engine, then the CHARJABUG Spark is going to be dealing even more damage to Joey's team. I feel genuinely confident this can actually deal some serious damage in Joey. The matchup happened to be surprisingly good, and I'm just hoping we can make it pop. Now up next, we do have our Poltegeist, which is going to be a pretty powerful Shell Smash option yet again. However, this time, we're going to be going with the Electric Seed and Pixelate. I really do need the Terra Fairy Pixelate, well, I should say the Pixelate Terra Blast Fairy, just to make sure that we can hit the Hydreigon for, like, legitimate damage, but it's also really good into Joey's team overall. The combination of Psychic Fairy and Ghost actually hits Joey's team obnoxiously well, and even the random AV Volcanion that has a decent matchup to this team for a lot of my special threats would get pretty overwhelmed by the combination of Sword Power and Shell Smash. With the Electric Seed too, this could maybe end up taking a hit from some of Joey's physical threats, as they're not the strongest, and options like Tinkaton are not exactly going to KO me even after hazards with an Electric Seed up. So I could honestly see Tubby getting another sweep this week, but we'll have to wait and see. Coming in, we have a bulky Heavy Duty Boots and Namarus, which is going to be a pretty decent just wall breaker overall. We're yet again going with the Sheer Force because honestly, why not? Really, Joey's team doesn't have anything we need Delta Stream for. And with the Sheer Force and Nam, we have Moonblast, Earth Power, Mystical Fire, and Draining Kiss, which should be dealing some really strong damage overall. The coverage of moves that this thing will get into Joey's roster is going to be pretty surprisingly strong. And with the speed tier, we're going to be just creeping Donphan so I can try and get off a solid Moonblast with Sheer Force into it. I don't really see a need to go for a lot of speed into this matchup. I mean, Joey's team is not something I could set up an agility with, considering there's the Terrakion. Latios will have some sort of electric coverage for sure. Tinkaton, etc. Like, I'm not setting up with my Namarus here, unfortunately. So we're just going to try and rock out with 4 attacks and see what we could do. Overall, though, I do think a Nam will deal a lot of damage, and it should be able to take at least some hits from Lottie as long as it's, like, from near full. So we'll just have to wait and see. Finally, we have a Choice Scarf Water Absorb Great Tusk. Now, as I mentioned, we did end up changing the Great Tusk ability from Thick Fat to Water Absorb this week, and with this Scarf Great Tusk, we should be able to outpace Joey's team overall. We're going to be just barely creeping Kilowattrel, which should be a pretty good speed benchmark. We have Rapid Spin because Joey has a lot of different hazard options, and the combination of our Dual Stab with Close Combat and Headlong plus Ice Spinner should hit more than enough on Joey's roster. I think this Great Tusk overall should be a pretty decent wall breaker, and I think it could be also a really good cleaner if Raikou ends up doing enough wall breaking. It kind of depends on the matchup, but I think that realistically, one of Raikou or Great Tusk will end up doing wall breaking, the other will clean. Though Latias, in theory, could also be a cleaner. I think if anything, though, it's more so going to be a revenge killing option that I can use to maybe take advantage of something like a Tinkaton and get an agility up and then just claim a kill or two. But I don't really see it being my cleaner. I think it's going to be one of Tusk or Raikou. It'll depend on Joey's roster, though. With that said, that's going to be our team for the week, and let's get right into the battle. All right, and we're here. We're taking on Joey Pokeaim. And oh my goodness, it has been a bit since we fought Joey in Draft League, and it's been even I don't think I haven't fought Joey in singles Draft League since Gen 8, so this will be interesting for sure. Let me see. So he has Frostlass, Kilowattrel, Tinkaton, Latios. There's no Terrakion is actually really nice, I can't lie. Victory Bell and Hydreigon. I'm really sad that Joey did not bring the Kricketune, because I made it clear to Joey I was bringing the bus. So I'm just glad that one of us is real enough to bring our 1-point bug. Yours truly, obviously, like and subscribe, etc. But no, in all seriousness though, like, I mean, it had no matchup. It really had no matchup. We're leading over with Raikou because Joey has no electric immunity, like, at all. I Volt Switch very freely. Thankfully, Joey actually really left it open. Let me make sure, right? Yeah, Kilowattrel's Primordial, Serene Grace, Frostlass's Beads of... Well, Technician, Snow Warning. Yeah, there's no electric. Okay, cool. Yeah, because Volcanion benched and Donphan benched. That actually... Wow, my Raikou's gonna steamroll. I'll take it. Okay, cool. Frostlass. Oh, no. Okay, Kilowattrel lead. I don't know why. Wow, I really thought that said Frostlass led. I need my eyes checked. Holy. So this is Serene Grace. That's good to know, because otherwise it would have revealed. And Joey knows that we are Refrigerate. So I could just click Terra Blast. Like, Joey has one switch into it, and it's his Frostlass. So I could just click Terra Blast. That would be very funny, actually. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna click Terra Blast. Because this is a very, very free move to click. Blobs is coming in, that's fine. That is the Tinkaton. Okay, cool. Tinkaton is not a problem whatsoever. Okay, so we see that Tinkaton takes, like, no damage. Obviously, I mean, it's an Ice-type move. I forgot, that is his other resist, to be fair. This is Levitate or Regenerator. Good to note. Obviously, it does not reveal an ability yet. That is fine. We'll just Thunderbolt, because, again, I don't really have a reason not to. We see its leftovers, which is great. It's very Spidef as well. That is fine. I could just honestly keep going for another Thunderbolt because I don't really have a reason to do anything else. I mean, these rocks, they don't really do a lot to my team, if we're gonna be honest. It hurts the bus a bit, but like outside of the bus though, like I'm kind of cooking. So I think I'm just gonna go for another Thunderbolt. 2 more kill. And if Joey switches, so be it. But, I mean, it doesn't really hurt too much. This Tink isn't doing real damage to me. So, we're gonna see Encore go off. That's fine. Again, Joey has no electric immunity, so I'm okay with that. So we're gonna see Stealth Rock Encore. That's perfectly okay. I guess Latios is coming in here. And Latios is a resist at least. Latios or Hydreigon are definitely coming in. I'm fine with either one. We can always get a para, so I'm okay with that. They still do have to take a pretty decent Thunderbolt here, so that is perfectly fine. But Joey is definitely trying to bring in that Lottie, and I don't really mind. That said, though, this is still a pretty valuable Pokemon to keep alive. I could technically sack Bus, but I really don't want to yet, because I do want to pop Quick Draw. I think it would be very fun to kill the Latios that way. I still do stand by it. I think it would be so funny to kill the Latios that way, so I'm popping off for it. Especially because we dropped Bus going into Week 4. Boo, I know. But we're going to see Hydreigon come in. Hydreigon is fine. Can we get the para? We actually do a fair bit. And we do get the para. Okay, cool. That actually is really huge, because now suddenly my Poltegeist is like a really good win con. Because I can just click raw moves. I don't even need to set up a Shell Smash. Okay, cool. So, I think that means I just go into a Nam here. If it's not Scarf, I just outpace. So that's fine. And because this is not Levitate, I could honestly just go for Earth Power. Because Hydreigon will still take his 100 sheer force Earth Power. We're going to see a Flash Cannon go off. Obviously, Joey predicted the Nam. That's fine. I don't really mind. We're going to see this is Life Orb 2. Okay, cool. Alright. So, yeah, I think I just click Earth Power. Mostly just in case a Tink comes in, right? Because it is probably regen, and Earth Power will smack that. No, okay, so it is going to outpace and go for Surf. Okay, good to know. So, that is fine. It is what it is. Then Nam died. Tusk still comes in. Does Joey have a ground switch in? And I guess Kilowattrel. And for fighting it is Frostlass, but I don't think Joey would switch in, risking that I'm not Water Absorb. I mean, I guess Joey could switch in to do that, to be fair. Now I could also just go for the Poltegeist, right? Because Joey doesn't know our speeds here. Yeah, let's just go into Poltegeist. I could just go for Shell Smash here. Because it's not like Joey knows that we're... Well, I guess, yeah, this is going to be pretty telling. Yeah, we'll just go for Terra Blast. I mean, honestly, it's not a big deal. Because Joey's only real fairy resist is the Tinkaton. Everything... Well, Tinkaton and Victory Bell. But Victory Bell and Tinkaton, neither of them actually do real damage to me. And Tinkaton, I can honestly just go for Shadow Ball into. So we'll just play Retro. Cool, okay. So, finally got to break out that Pixelate there. Hydreigon's dead. That's huge. So, at this point, really, Lottie is the only other, like, super scary pawn here, I would say. Everything else is pretty decent. Kilowattrel I'll have to be just a little concerned with in general, but nothing too crazy. We will go for a I know this thing... Does this thing keep Sucker Punches, Gen? I know it gets Sucker Punch in some gens. Because I remember, like, I've unironically considered drafting this mon at, like, multiple generations. It does keep Sucker Punch. Cool. Okay, so I'm not touching this thing. We'll go to Dory here. We'll go to Dory, then we'll BP. Because actually, unironically, Dory is a pretty decent sponge for this mon. I mean, this thing gets, it's Prankster, which is good to know. Alright. And we're gonna see Encore. So Joey was trying to lock me in a Terra Blast, which is fine because that would have probably meant the Tink comes in for free. So I could just BP. I think BP would be pretty decent. The issue would be though is if I switched out now, I think it would be premature. Joey switchings to Spark are not that great though. It would just be this one. And his switch-ins to Lunge would just be Tink. I could just go for Spark in all honesty. I could just go for Webs too. I think I'll go for Sticky Webs actually. Joey doesn't have great removal here. So we're gonna see Sludge Bomb go off, that's fine. Dory choose. Shout out Dory. So we've seen Encore Sludge Bomb. That's fine. And we're gonna switch here. Because I'm banded, so I'm not staying in. We're gonna go into... I think we're just gonna go into Raikou here. Because I'm not messing around with Sucker Punch on Victory Bell. Though I guess if it's Encore, does it actually have Sucker Punch? I highly doubt it. It's probably Encore with like Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, and like Synthesis, most likely. Which is fine, I can just Terra Blast this raw. Because even if it's gonna... Like, it's gonna have to take a Terra Blast, which it's not gonna like do it. So, we're gonna see my opponent switch here. And Joey's gonna go into Blobs. I believe that was Tinkaton? That was Tinkaton. Okay, cool. And I believe I have to... I don't think this... I'm pretty confident this reveals that it was regen. But I should have paid better attention. We know it's in... It's gonna be... It's in the yellow now. Okay, cool. So it comes back at near full. We know it's regen. That's good to know. Because Tink will probably switch. I think Tink will definitely pivot here. Probably back into Victory Bell if we're being honest. Because it'd be a free Encore lock. But I don't really mind because I could paralyze Victory Bell still. And it's still a Stick Rock chip, obviously. So we're going to see Zay come back in here. That is the Victory Bell. Okay, cool. I'll just go hard into... I'll go back into Dory. Like, I can always quick draw, go for Lunge, and that's still damage as well. And this Thunderbolt still does some pretty raw damage, so I'm okay with that. We will see Victory Bell's Black Sludge. All right. This is perfectly okay. Yeah, we'll just go into Dory here. Then we'll go for Lunge. Just because Lunge is, like, really funny. I'm assuming Joey's going to predict around this, but I don't really care, if we're being honest. Joey can predict about it all he wants. No, he just goes for Encore. Okay, cool. I mean, it was a pretty safe play. I just kind of assumed that, like, this is what I did last time, so I just assumed to do it again. But that's fine. That's actually really fine. Cool. We'll go for Lunge, because why not, honestly? I don't really lose a lot by going for Lunge here. So, we'll do that. Banded Lunge with Quick Draw should be pretty decent. Can we pop it, though? If we can pop it, that'd be fantastic. We popped it! Oh my god. Let's go. Oh, what's he switching into? Please, please be the Lottie. Be the Latios. I think it's a Kilowatt Drill. Ah, oh, damn it. If only I went for Spark. That still did so much damage. Oh my god. Hold on. Can we pop another? Dory, I need you to pop one more. Pop one more for the chat. Can we get the crit? Can we get the crit? Yo, if we get the crit, that'd be hysterical. Okay, you know what? I'll still take this. Because if we get a miss, if Joey misses right here. No, he goes for Charge Boom. Oh, lame. 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 We still nearly killed this thing, though. Like, I'll take it. Okay. Cool. I'll take it. I'll take it. We just go... We just go into Tusk. Because if it's Scarf, then cool. And if it's not Scarf, then cool. Like either way, actually, I'm fine. Because I actually get a... I get a really free... Headlong Rush here, right? Because Logic Beam, right? Well, no. I should actually just attack what's in front of me here, if we're going to be honest. And just go for Ice Spinner. And just get my kill. Because there's also the Levitate Tinkaton in theory. So I'm just going to go for Ice Spinner here, yeah. We haven't properly revealed that yet. Also, this Kilowatt Drill's having a big boot, so just good to know. Oh, cool. Victory Bell came in. Alright, yeah, this is fine. Yeah, this is going to take a ton of damage from this Ice Spinner here. And thankfully, Joey is, like, even if Joey goes for Encore, like, so what? I'm Scarf. It doesn't really matter. That said, though, if Joey is making this play and going for Encore, then I wonder if Joey actually realizes I'm Scarf. Because that also is another thing to consider here. Oh, no, it's going to go for Strength Tap. Okay, that's fine. Right, I forgot this thing gets Strength Tap. Okay, well, this is still going to take a ton of damage. That said, though, I will probably just go right into... I'll probably just go into Latias and just start setting up. Because Lottie should still get some decent mileage here. I mean, we do have, yeah, I know this is Encore, but I don't really know if I care. Like, I don't know if Joey's gonna actually respect... Like, I feel like Joey's not gonna put himself in a situation to lose this to Encore. Plus, I could also, in theory, just go for Draco. And just raw Draco. Because I do actually outpace everything bar Kilo. Which Kilo doesn't do a lot to me. And I guess, like, boots Frostlass or Lottie. So, yeah, we'll just click Draco. Like, if Tink comes in, so what? I'm in a pretty decent position to, like, reflect on it later. So that's perfectly fine. So, yeah, I'll just go for raw Draco. I can always switch out. Cool. Isaiah's going to withdraw. And Tink is definitely coming in here, right? Yeah, that's Blobs. That was Tink. And it is regen, which is great. Because that means that once Kilo dies, I just Headlong Rush like 4 times and I win the game. So we found our win con. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. What I could do from here, because it's not AV, thankfully, we can actually just go for a Reflect and then just T-Bolt. Nope, we're not going to go for Terra. We're going to go for Reflect and then T-Bolt. Because we have the webs up, so we actually don't even need our agility too bad. If Joey... Oh, Joey's just going to go for Gigaton. Oh. Okay. Then I can just... Then I should just go for T-Bolt before I get Encore locked into agility. Because if I'm getting locked in a T-Bolt, at least, this is actually still a pretty not terrible click into most mons here. Because even, like, Victory Bell's not going to do a ton of damage. And that's Joey's resist outside of Lottie, I guess. So, we'll go for T-Bolt. If Joey Encore locks me, cool. But it's fine. Thunder Wave. Alright. Cool. We've seen the Tinkaton moves. It's only Gigaton Hammer for offense, though. Which is important to note, actually. That might be decent for later. Because it's one less mon that actually pressures the Tusk properly. Oh my goodness. My controller stopped working for a second. Come on, start working again. Start working again. Start working again. Okay, thank God. Yeah, we'll go for T-Bolt again. T-Bolt's still fine. Yeah, I'm going to get Encored here. So be it. Because again, Joey still doesn't like taking T-Bolt. This is still going to deal so much damage. So, I'm perfectly fine with this. I'm perfectly fine with this. At this point, yeah, we just gotta weaken Joey into range. Electricity deleted. Leh. I mean, I still honestly just click T-Bolt here. I know we're losing a lot of offense, but I don't really care because we can always get a pair on something important. And depending on what Joey goes into, Itsy Blitzy. Oh, Itsy Bitsy. Oh, cool. So Joey's going into the Frostlass now. And it's Snow Warning. That's actually fine. Oh, we get a pair on that too. And let me double check. Check status. Cool. So Joey's boots. That's fine. This just means more Headlong Rush fodder later. Can I break yet? Oh, cool. We can still use Thunderbolt. That's fine. I'll go for Thunderbolt. And Joey's just gonna get full paired. Oh, cool. So this is like a really slow Frostlass. And Joey's going for Spikes too. Actually, that's really fun. Okay, cool. Encore ended. Yeah, let's say fuck it and go for the agility. See what we can pop. Full paired. Okay, that's fine. Auroraville. Okay, that's also fine. Yeah, I think at this point we just kind of see if we can commit to the sweep. Like, why not, you know? Cool, so we got a speed boost. Joey's gonna go for Blizzard here. We do survive. So if Joey doesn't have Ice Shard, we can actually get some pretty good damage off at this point now. Really, it's just a Kilowattrel. They could actually, like, revenge us, but that's fine. We'll go for T-Bolt. Perfect, we get a kill. I'll take it, I'll take it. Alright, you know what? That's not bad. We're gonna definitely lose this later on. Like, next turn, I would argue, but this is still fine. I'm shocked the Frost Dust was so slow, but I'll take it. So we haven't seen Lottie yet. We've seen most of Tink. We've seen, this is Kilowattrel, right? Yeah, this is Kilowattrel. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's still fine. We'll just go for T-Bolt here. T-Bolt should still be more than fine. This will definitely claim a kill into me. Yeah, discharge. Okay, cool. And then, yeah, I could just go back into toss because Joey clicked yet another electric move on the spawn. Alright. At this point, though, I just click, I just click Headlong. Something dies. I could click Spinner, too, but I think I'm just gonna click Headlong. Like, I don't know if I really need to do anything else. Yeah, I'm clicking Headlong here. If Joey baited me with this not being Scarf, then good play. But I'm gonna guess this is Scarf, because I don't know why Joey would have switched out last time. Plus, I clicked Spinner last time. I doubt that Joey's gonna, like, let me click Spinner again. Yeah, I'd rather just play a bit aggressive here. Because if I can kill that Tink, that's huge. It's Tink or Victory Bell coming in. Both are gonna take a ton of damage from this. Zay comes in. Okay, cool. That's the Victory Bell. That's fine. Alright, yeah, we should be pretty decent here. Headlong did actually, like, no damage. Oh my god. Okay. Never mind. I mean, I just go Raikou, to be fair. I just go Raikou, and then I just start clicking Terra Blast, because it is actually now suddenly free. Right, Veil. Forgot about that. Yeah, we'll just go to Raikou. It's looking like we might actually be pretty decent with ulti. Because this Victory Bell, I mean, it could Encore us in theory, right? But, like, I don't know if I care about that. I could just Shadow Ball it. Because what's the Ghost Resist? If it's not Boots Lottie, we might actually be fine. Okay, cool. So, yeah, this is going for Strength Tap. That's okay. I do get a really nice Terra Blast here. Just, I'll die to Life Orb, but that's okay. It's not going to be a big deal. Joey's going to withdraw. That's fine. Tink is coming in, I'm assuming. No, it's Lottie. Oh, Lottie's coming in. Wait, so Lottie's gonna have to take this. Oh, that's fine. And it is not webs. Well, it's not boots. Okay, that's okay. So, yeah, what stops me from just clicking Shadow Ball now? Or honestly, what stops me from clicking... Oh, actually, Victory Bell stops me from clicking CC now. That's still fine. I just go into this, though, and I click Shadow Ball. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just click Shadow Ball. Because suddenly that looks really good. And I have the Fizz Def boost now, too, which I guess helps your Gates of Hammer Tink. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll go for Shadow Ball. Tink will still take a good amount from this. Like, don't let that distract you. Tink is not switching into this reliably. Teacup got another kill. We love the little Teacup. Shout out to Fraud Latios getting 0 kills that game. Count it, 0 kills. No Dracos for you, Joey. And Hydreigon's only kills were with Surf. So, no kills for you, Joey. That said, though, I need the Tink dead, or I need the Kilowattrel dead, or I can't win with Tusk. I could also maybe win with Teacup, but it kind of depends on how spread that Tink is. Lobs is coming in. Okay, cool. So that is the Tinky Tink. Yeah, I'm just gonna Shadow Ball twice. Because if I can kill this, I can maybe go for Spinner later. That's it though. Joey's gonna go for, like, Gigaton here. No, he's gonna go for Encore. Oh. I'm fine with that, actually. Yeah, I'm really fine with that. I mean, Leftovers Tink is gonna, like, get a little bit of health back, sure. But, like, either Tink is gonna not kill me with Gigaton, or something's gonna die. Shadow Ball, cool. Let's see what we get. Near the kill. Near the kill. He gets on, that's fine. It won't kill. Perfect. We love to see that. So then, yeah, Joey has to sack something now, which is fantastic. Because either that or Tink dies. And if Tink dies, I actually just spin her and win. Cool. Okay, Tink dies. Yeah, I can just spin her. Shout out Teacup. We love little Teacup. Yeah, I could just spin her now. Cool. Okay. Now, Victory Bell, in theory, actually could maybe be a bit of a problem. But we're not going to worry about that. Cool. Killo's coming in. That's fine. Yeah, Joey clicks flying move here, or like agility. We're gonna click Shadow Ball. Discharge. Okay. It is what it is. I could have maybe switched around that, I guess, but I'm not risking it. Now it kind of just depends on Spin or Tusk. Because Killo is gonna die. Killo objectively will die. The question is though, can I crit through Victory Bell? If I crit through Victory Bell, I win the game. But can we crit through Victory Bell? Alright, come on, Tusky. Come on, Tusky. We need you. One crit does it. Like one crit and Tusk wins. Also, shout out to Bus for like weakening that Kilowattrel so well earlier. I'm so proud of you, Bussy. We love you, Bussy Wussy. Yeah, let's just crit. Crit Ice Spinner like right now. That's all we need, and I think we win the game with that. It'd be very funny to win the game like that. That said though, I mean, we brought it down to 1-0 against someone who actually plays singles, and I have like no singles experience. I'm terrible at singles. Okay, cool. You know what? I'll take the 1-0 loss against Joey. Joey is way too good of a player for that to not be like a respectable loss against. I am perfectly fine losing 1-0 to Joey. So yeah, we'll take it. We have a ton of free agents coming next week, so if you guys had a favorite member of the team, it probably changed. I'll tell you right now, it probably changed. But it should be a really fun team though, nonetheless. Obviously, if for some reason you're watching me but you haven't watched Joey, one, what's wrong with you? But two, check out Joey as well as the rest of the SPL coaches. If you guys enjoy and want to see more draft content as well, like and subscribe for more. Week 4, we're taking on Iron Boffin. It should be a fantastic game. It'll be a great way to show off a lot of these new mons. And with that said, I will see you guys in the next game. Until then, peace out, guys.